Imagine school as a mysterious place, steeped in intrigue. Imagine science and exploration through the lens of an exciting Sherlock Holmes mystery, a puzzle you have to use all of your faculties to solve. The detective draws portraits of his suspects, performs forensic experiments to determine the culprit, and connects seemingly separate, coincidental events to reveal the elusive truth. Now, picture this. Your teacher is introducing the complex field of botany to your fidgety fifth grade class that would rather be running around outside in the sunshine than actually paying attention to her lecture. She then leads you all outside to the nearby forest to uncover unique mushrooms. As you and your friends trickle back into the classroom, oohing and eyeing over each other's discoveries, she asks you to choose one to draw in careful detail. Your friends chatter with excitement, appreciative of the intricacies involved in recreating mushrooms on the page, and now yearning to learn more. Your teacher then begins to introduce the properties of fungi, with the class hanging on to her every word. I was one of those students. That day, as we drew, I learned the powerful wonder nature can incite and the importance of combining science with drawing and creative expression. That's what I want to talk to you about today. How art and science can be woven together to give us a fuller understanding and deeper appreciation of our world. The days of exploring nature, creating clay sculptures in our study of anatomy, and drawing detailed diagrams of the spine, bones, and the skull taught me the value of combining the scientific, or logical, with the imaginative. I distinctly remember learning about the Fibonacci sequence in math class and being amazed by how a seemingly simple sequence of numbers could be found in nature, from the spirals of seashells to the shapes of the flowers I picked as a child. And when we drew this, I saw the mathematical concept in a whole new way. It revealed the beauty and hidden order in our world. After my slightly unorthodox primary education, transferring to a more traditional academic environment in high school took some adjustment. I wished to go more in depth into computers, but found myself choosing between very clearly defined science and art. These subjects are both equally important to me, and so when I decided to go more in depth into science, I felt like I had to leave a part of myself behind. Now, this issue is broader than just the types of courses I took in the beginning of high school. When disciplines are polarized in education and in life, I feel that something vital is lost. In the aftermath of World War I and II, Rudolf Steiner, a highly respected Austrian-Swiss scientist and philosopher, observed as European societies fell apart at the hands of heartless leaders hungry for power. This sparked his drive to create a holistic educational structure, nurturing the whole child, intellectually, physically, and emotionally. He recognized the powerful role of education in shaping us and the ways in which we fundamentally think, and how that then goes on and contributes to how we make change in our communities. He hoped that raising children to think from several viewpoints and in a range of disciplines would shape them to become more tolerant leaders. For Steiner, a holistic education from a young age was the fundamental step to fostering more interconnected, open-minded, and creative generations. After my elementary and middle school education at a Waldorf school, which is based off of Steiner's pedagogy, I knew that science and art, math and music are never really separate. The curriculum highlights the continuity and connections across subjects to give us students a fuller picture. My main teacher, Ms. Jeanette Voss, recently explained to me that art and beauty are incorporated to make topics more accessible. We can even see this in environmental and social activism today, where writing, poetry, and visual art are employed to move an audience and get a strong message across. However, in mainstream culture, I have noticed that art and science are often considered to be polar opposites. Art is seen as interpretive, emotional. Science is logical, cerebral, and objective. And whilst these things may be true, I think that these two disciplines are more similar, more interconnected than you may think. Scientific innovation is about asking unconventional questions, seeking out new hypotheses, and improving our understanding of nature by reevaluating our assumptions. In art, it's about challenging the traditional, embracing the abstract, and pushing the limits of perception and form. At their core, both disciplines use creativity to help us understand and grapple with our world. A 2012 study from the National Endowment for the Arts showed that creativity, which is linked to both art and science, actually led to better problem solving. Students that were exposed to an in-depth arts education stood out academically across all subjects and were shown to be more civically engaged. This introduces the idea that art is more than just an avenue of expression. It has a greater, observable impact on our development and who we become as people. The potential for innovation that could arise from this deeper, interdisciplinary education and collaboration is incredibly exciting. So, what does integrating art and science look like? In my high school information science course, we learned about how a researcher named Simone Sun at the NYU Neuroscience Institute records electrical responses of interacting neurons to help us better understand neuron behavior. She then associates the strength of each signal to a musical note. I love how she has taken an extremely technical area of science and transformed how we traditionally think about analyzing data by incorporating neuron music to help her better grasp patterns. So, if art and science are beginning to come together in cutting-edge research, why don't we nurture this more from a young age in our educational institutions? If artistic elements are being incorporated to spur innovation, why aren't we all, as the next generation, all not taught to approach challenges in an interdisciplinary way? My journey from drawing mushrooms and bones to diving into science in high school with a background in art has shown me that the best solutions don't always come from isolating ideas. Whether you are in school, working, or doing something as seemingly simple as looking at plants, I encourage you all to bring an element of art into your science, and vice versa. It is my hope for every child to experience the genuine excitement and wonder I felt as a young student, to see the world in vibrant color rather than black and white. This is not just a wish, it is a necessity. Embracing art and science together is a tool to not just understand our world, but to change it for the better. Our biggest global issues, such as health, climate change, and social justice, are complex and call for new, creative solutions. So, I encourage you all to go down this road less traveled. This path leads to greater innovation, deeper understanding, and a future where we all see the world as a vibrant, interconnected whole. Thank you.